Greetings everybody and welcome back to Calizari System Survival. This is episode 37. Sorry, just getting my headset here organised. Let me just jump out of here. Okay, so what were we up to? Well, if you recall, we were working on our base still. Just mapping out the basic layout. I think it's probably time to start filling in some gaps. Well, blocking in some walls probably, which means we're going to need a lot more steel plate than what we've got. We've got 2,000, so I'm just going to queue up another 5 just to be on the safe side. I believe we should have no problems made with that amount. Yes. Well, if we run out, we can certainly go and get more. There's tons down there inside this asteroid. So for now, we'll just go with that. Unfortunately, this is the slow and tedious part of any base building, is laying it out. And, well, for you, the viewer, it's pretty boring just watching me weld things up. Some people would probably just go ahead and weld this up offline, off stream. I actually don't play this game at all when I'm not streaming it, so you, the viewer, get to see every single thing that happens within this game. There is no behind the curtain type things going on. That's why I decided to stream this survival game, as opposed to just recording and editing and then putting it up. This is so you can see my blunders, you can see my methods, you can criticise the way I do things, or what I'm doing, or puzzle over why I'm doing something. All these things are very valid responses to watching me blather around here and carry on. You're also more than welcome to make such comments as you like in the chat there. I do have a monitor window open where I can see the chat, so but when I get focused on something, I will admit I don't check it as often as I probably should, so if it takes me a couple of minutes to get back to or respond to a comment, then I do apologise for that. Just bear with me, I just need to turn my system volume down. It's probably not showing for you or coming through. There we go. On the stream. That was just my local volume here, so I was actually drowning myself out. Now, okay, more steel plate. If you also recall, we did put in a gravity generator down underneath the floor over there somewhere, which I've been thinking about whether I need to actually put some form of access to that area in. The only reason I can think of only reason I can think of why I would want to do that is if I needed to do maintenance on the gravity generator. The only sort of maintenance that would require actual physical access is actually damage repair, and honestly it shouldn't get damaged where it is, not unless meteors come through the asteroid and hit it from underneath. And I know right early in the piece asteroids had a habit of doing that, but I haven't actually seen any evidence of them doing that for quite some time. And as for configuring it, well, we can configure that from through any terminal that's connected to the grid, so that's not a big drama either. just lined up with as far as we've welded previously, which is pretty good actually. I'll just go and get some more steel plate rather than running out half a dozen blocks in. Well, not even that actually. We would have run out in 4 blocks. Oh yeah, might as well just work right the way along. Okay, the guns are firing out. Where are they? Over there. Not so bad, not so bad. Alright, now, let's come up here. I do need to decide how I'm going to lay this all out. Let's just clear that. As you can see, we've got reactor there. Just get rid of these as well. Reactor there, oxygen there, server room there. I think I'll put assemblers in here. Depends on how much I want to upgrade them. Although we are what, 1, 2. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, hang on. Oh, now that is a possibility. Just looking at how many assemblers I can fit in here, and if I fully upgrade them as well. Allowing for maneuverable room, in other words, room to be able to get around them. What have we got? 1, 2 by, I think it's probably only 2 by 2, which is only 4. Although truthfully, that's probably going to be enough. No, actually, I'm not going to be able to get a 2 by 4 just in that space. A 2 by 2, I mean. I'll certainly get 2 across this way, but I've got to think about how to get around them. We've only got enough room. So the ceiling will go there. There are 2 block. We need to convey them up as well. So if we put a conveyor and then the assembler, that goes right to the floor, from ceiling to floor. We'd have to make a 3 by 3 space around it to actually give ourselves manoeuvrability room around it. So for example, I'd put connector, conveyor junction and assembler there, not against the wall of course. I can then put an upgrade there and there. That still gives me the 1 square walkway that side. And if we go that side as well, so just to block it out, the first one would go there. Its upgrade would be there and there, so we can get around it. Upgrade there, walking room between, upgrade, second one would be there. And it's already going past that wall, but that doesn't matter. That gives us a walkway through the middle. That there, walkway, and then a wall there, for example. We can pull it off there. Oh, okay. Now we wouldn't need to walk this way because that's upgrade, assembler. Oh, upgrade. Oh no, we can access from this side. No, that would work actually. So the second one would go there and there, so we could get a 4, left 4 in there. That would then get walled off there to there. And maybe just put the door there where I've got the gap, for example. That gives me 4 fully upgraded assemblers. And that means to be able to get around them all. Point being, do I need to actually get around them all? Or could I squeeze them up, put them, just come back here, give me this. Don't necessarily have to get around them all. Oh, of course. Upgrade, assembler, and assembler. So upgrade. So there's going to be an empty spot, 2 by 2 square in the middle here, where there's nothing. It'll be a void, and we won't be able to get access to it. But we can walk up the side here, down that side there, and we could pull the wall in one and give ourselves access down this side here. Alternatively, upgrade. We could push the wall one more and make it 6. No, actually I like where it is at the moment, without even moving this wall. It makes it in line with that over there. Not that we need to keep that sort of a symmetry, I guess. There's no real need to inside. Oop, didn't need to take that one out. Yeah, leave the door there like that again. Yeah, I think a 4x4, 4 assemblers I should be plenty for what I want to do here. For this particular base we don't need to go anything more elaborate than that, I don't think. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just mark those spots. Yeah, it gives us a walkway up this top side, that'll work. And we'll do that. And like I said, it does actually give us a void. Let's just do it in that. In here, which we could potentially pack equipment that we don't need to actually gain access to. Well, much like we did for the gravity generator is tucked in under here, and it could still be conveyed up too, so batteries potentially, they can be tucked inside there. I'll put some thought into that. At the moment I think that's going to be a nice little arrangement. I'm not going to put them in just yet at this stage, however. I need to sort... oh yeah, well... oh, that works perfect. They're all in line, so we can punch through there. Yeah. Yeah, we can come straight in, put another, maybe a junction on top there, or just an elbow, it doesn't really matter which. That brings our conveyors into there, we can then convey everything up off the top of that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Well, I'm going to make it work anyway. I know we're about to run out of energy, but... I'm going to have to go back to get going in a second to get some more steel plate anyway, so... okay, I forgot all about that. Yeah, come back up here. There we go, time. That one. Excellent. We ran out of, yes we did. Alright, well, I'll go and use these and we'll get some more iron ore. Alright, well, we've figured out where our assemblers are going. We need to figure out our refineries and storage. Now, looking at this arrangement here, I'm thinking refineries here, and storage here perhaps, although what have we got? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we could put our refineries down there and storage over there actually. Let's just set you up before I fall down through it again. Okay, so how many refineries can we get in here? Okay, we've got to figure out where I want to stick the upgrades. We'll put them on top. Could I stand them up? No, I can't stand them up, so I've got to lay them down. I don't have the money to quick powers here. No, I don't. See, that's a 2x5, 3x5 if we include upgrades. Oh, lay back down again, you cretin. Like that. Yeah, so 3x5. That's including upgrades, which I want to take into account for when we upgrade them. I'm not going to try and upgrade them straight away. So that's 3. 3. So we can put 3 refineries in there. 3, 4, 5. Just have a look here. Unless we want to... Yeah, can't put them side by side that way, not enough room. Yeah, actually yes there is. Actually yes there is, if we think it is a bit differently. Since I'm already doing it there on one of them, let's say we decide to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, space, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could even then put another one there and on this side as well. Actually this will work better. That. This will work better because it now gives us walkway between them here. It goes right the way through to here and full workway up through the middle of them there. So refineries, and then we can walk through doorway here into storage. Now, in storage we will also have our arc furnaces. I find it's just nice to plug them into the side of a cargo container. And we only need, well, we can get away with one, but I reckon put 2 cargo containers in there and stack some arc furnaces around them. 4 assemblers, 4 refineries. Yeah, I think that might do. That'll work quite nicely, I think. I think that'll do quite nicely. Might just leave that framework in place there for the moment though. We'll stick the wall in before I forget where it's going. And I'm a dolt again. Can't stick that in until I've done that. Right, at least I now know where the wall's going. But we shall put it in. Not that one. Oh, yes. I can even do this. Stick a door in there as well, so we don't have to go through the refinery to get into assembly. Yeah, I like that. That works. You don't work there. Go away. Alright, that's there. We'll get rid of this. Yep, door. Excellent. Come on, game. Don't stall. Thank you. Another door. Excellent, excellent. Alright. Now we've still got to plan out where we're going to put the cargo containers in there, but we've got plenty of room. We've got a whole centre line down here, 3 by 3 either side. One. Oh yeah, we can fit 2 in there, and there's plenty of walking space around them all. I can put a 2 walk space between them if we just go 1 walk space. 3. We can have 2 walk space at one end. I could put more than that in here. I could put one in that corner there, one in that corner there. If we hard stack them, we could put one there and put one there. So I could actually fit 6 in this room. Wouldn't be able to walk through that door there. So 5 in this room. But we don't need 5. I think 2 is quite sufficient. In fact, let's just figure out where we're going to put them. We're going to put them there, I believe. As you can see, we've got an extra row at the end here, but we can certainly use that to put batteries or other essentials that we need in. Come on, what are you stalling for? And the second one will go. Yeah, okay. Fortunately, there's what, 500 left here, so that's sufficient for what I need. Put the other one here. As you can see, because there's 2 walk space either side, so we don't need that much. We can fit other things in there. We can walk between them, walk above them, walk all the way around them. So I think that's going to work quite nicely. If need be, if we want to, we can actually stick some connectors on the roof here, dropping straight into one of those, and just let the conveyor system pull it into the relevant places. Just counting something out again. 1, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. No, that'll work nice. I mean, I could have pushed this one back one. I left a 2 space between. But I don't think there's really any need for that. If we're going to be walking in here anyway, it's going to... Ah, actually, no, I am going to do that. I am going to do that, in fact. Let me just part grind you. That'll do. Just had a thought or remembrance, I guess. we want to put arc furnaces on these things. So by putting the extra space here, I can now fit an arc furnace on each one in through the centre here, and since it resides one block up anyway, I can walk underneath it, so that works good. I think we'll just colour these, colour code them so we know. Yeah, we'll just put yellow will do. Alright, now when we build them up we'll see. Better do the same over here, not that I'll forget, I don't think. And what the hell will make you that? Alright, so now when I weld them up, I can actually see how I've mapped them out, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure I'd remember, but hey, I can't remember really what I did yesterday half the time. For a functioning conveyor system, okay, the conveyor tubes themselves have got to be connected to a functional device, whether a functional item, whether it be a conveyor junction or like an assembler or a cargo container or any of those other blocks that have got conveyor access. The conveyor tube themselves will always stay red unless it's connected to junctions or items. Just wondering if I've got something here I can... Well, okay, we can just see it over here. Right, this elbow here is showing green as active because we're connected to the junction and we're connected to the medical room. So it's got to have a valid block like the junction or a medical room or an assembler or like we've got down here as well. Oxygen generator through to a conveyor junction. I know it's only single blocks, it's really hard to say. Oh no, here we go up here. Again, we're going from a junction to a junction here, and it gives us a valid conveyor. I could have left that junction there out and brought this down into an elbow straight into the refinery there, and it would work exactly the same. Do you have any conveyor sorters in your system? Sorters will actually stop items from being able to be moved through conveyors, and it depends on the direction of the sorter and whether you've got any blacklist or whitelist listed in there as well. I unfortunately don't have any conveyor sorters in here to show it, but if you've got a sorter in your conveyor network and it's not configured correctly, then it will actually block you from being able to move things through that conveyor system. Yeah, the only time I've found that I can't move things through conveyors is when there's a sorter in line and you're trying to pass items through that sorter that aren't added into either the whitelist group or are not part of the blacklist group. I normally only use the whitelist. I like to define what is allowed through, so I always whitelist items. Blacklists are basically the reverse, that they're saying these items are not allowed. So yeah, you definitely double check that, and double check the arrows on the side of the sorter too. See, we've got, yeah, whether you can see it on the little icon here, the little arrows. I think well, it sounds like you're probably familiar with the conveyor sorter anyway, but so just make sure the direction of those sorters is where you want to go if you've got them. The only other way I've found that you can't move things through is, for example, if you're trying to move items into a refinery and you're trying to move something other than ore, for example, it won't let you in, or ingots to go into the output of the refineries. That's just a really weird sort of situation, I guess, but yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, I can't add anything into... I've never been able to figure that out. Oh, okay. Now I have. Yeah, Tim's taking over here, but I didn't realise I could actually stick bottles in there. I suppose they'd actually recharge. Sorry, sidetrack. Okay, I actually do need to get some iron ore now, I think. Oh, okay, hang on. We will dump you in there. We'll get in there. What is that? Oxygen. Give me an oxygen bottle, thank you. Yeah, I'm thinking I really am going to have to build a mining ship for up here. Been trying to get away without doing it. But I will admit, after the few thousand tons of ore that you manually mine, it's nice to have a ship to do it for you. Yeah, that's exactly right. Can't move the ore from a refinery to this. Okay, that's an odd situation. The only other time I found that I couldn't do that is if the assembler was full. If it's already got ore in it and it's actually full to its max volume, then it won't let you actually move anything more into it, so it will act like it's being blocked. So maybe you could check that as well. Unless of course you're in a creative game, in which case those limits don't come into play. But if you're doing a survival game, then yeah, if the assembler is actually full, the input side of the assembler is actually full, then it won't let you move any more in. Now in a situation like that, what I would suggest is pretty much what I've done. Come here. What I've done over here in my ship here. Your assemblers you don't actually have to move. I'm assuming actually you're meaning ingots from the refinery to the assembler, because you can't move ores into the assembler. So yeah, I'm going to assume that that's just a typo there. But if you notice in this side here, ore and ingots, and I've actually got both in here. Well, ice, uranium, that haven't actually been refined, but we've got refined product in it as well. Tim actually keeps all of my ingots in this container. If we have a look at the assembler, okay, we've got two in there. Let me just, we can go there. Oh, I know why. Let me just can that. There we go. Notice there's nothing in my assembler. And yet I can still produce things, and that's because your assembler will actually pull its ingots from any connected container through a conveyor. So you don't actually have to move the ingots out of your refinery into your assembler. Believe it or not, if there is a conveyor going between your refinery and your assembler, and there is refined ingots in your refinery, your assembler will actually pull it directly from your refinery. Likewise, if you transfer them into a container and that container is connected to your assembler via a non-blocked conveyor, in other words no sorters blocking it or anything like that, then yes, the assembler will actually it will pull required ingots out of any connected container that's connected via a valid conveyor system. So I find it's actually very useful. As you can see in this case, I don't have anything residing there in my assembler, but I can, for example, build some of these. Okay, I built one because I'm actually out of iron ingots at the moment. But you notice I didn't actually have to have any ingots in my assembler to do that, because it's actually pulling the required ingots as I queue up what I need directly out of the assembler system. Not the assembler system, the conveyor system, my bad. Like bulletproof glass, I'm going to do 100 of them. And if we jump over to inventory, you notice it's pulling, you can actually see the numbers changing and going up. It's actually pulling in the required silicon ingot or wafers as it requires them. So maybe that's something you can think about. Maybe transferring your ingots into a container that's connected to your assembler via conveyor network. And yeah, definitely just double check also to make sure that your assembler is not actually full. If we have a look here, it's actually got a defined volume, and if you've got more than 10,000 litres, sorry, I don't know how I could translate that into kilograms or what that is in actual mass, but if that's actually already full to the 10,000 litres that it's in, well, whatever yours is set at, actually depends on the values you've set in your advanced settings. But yeah, if that's full, you won't be able to transfer any more ingots into your assembler, so maybe that's something you'd look at as well. And actually, since I don't like mining so much, I'm actually going to take the whole darn ship down into the asteroid so I don't have to keep flying back. Alright, I think that's good enough for what I want. No, nothing's moving. Ooh, excellent. Another one, okay, there it is. And we're full. Alright. Come here. Where did that go? There it is. Okay. Oops. Don't hit you too hard. You notice that hydrogen is topping up, that's right. Notice that my iron ore is actually not moving into my refinery. That's because I do not have my refinery set up. There we go. For Tim to use. I mean, I could, for the refinery at least. And I've got the conveyor system turned off. Yeah, let me just turn the conveyor system back on. Because that should now also pull in refinery. Yeah, the uranium as well, a little bit, tiny bit. Don't know why I had that turned off actually. I just didn't want to have it on the TIM network, TIM system, because it prioritises what it thinks should be refined first, and I actually do prefer to prioritise it myself. Same with the assembler. I don't actually, yeah, that's better. I don't actually let Tim manage my assemblers mostly, because it will go ahead and it will start trying to create components based on its internal lists, and I might not want those components yet, so and I actually find that the cooperative method that's built into the assemblers seems to work quite nice. You just queue up what you want and let them all take care of it for you. But that's, again, it's just a personal preference thing. It's just the one I prefer. I think Tim's great. Actually, I use Tim in all my games now. I never used to. I was very resistant to actually trying it. I was using what was I using? I was using Refinery Manager and a separate script by, I think it's by well, I can't actually remember who it's by, to be perfectly honest. If I was down on the planet, I'd be able to actually have a look. I've got it in one of the programmable blocks down there, but I don't actually have it up here. And it works really nice. It's just good for transferring ores into multiple refineries and balancing them and stuff like that. I also then used a separate script for inventory sorting, so that I could then transfer them off into other containers. When I realised that Tim did all of that for me, I mean, it is Inventory Manager, that's where it comes from. That's where its name comes from. It just does quite a few other things too, which is really cool. I think we're clear. Yes, we're clear. It's the only drawback about only having a single hydrogen thruster for directional motion, directional movement. It's a little slow to slow down and speed up, as opposed to forward, for example. Reverse isn't too bad. I've got 4 small thrusters for reverse, so but it was designed that way. I mean, I could certainly put more hydrogen thrusters on it, but as you can see, I've only used like 2% hydrogen, so there's no real need. No, 15.7k ingots. Excellent. We can actually put in some more steel plate. Assembler, yep, nothing in the assembler. Refinery, do that first. And give me 5,000 steel plates, thank you. So we need 10,000, 10,000 iron ingots all up. And if we have a look in our, oh no, yeah, I suppose it might show up, there we go. We've got 18,000, so we've got plenty of iron ingots to do our 5,000 steel plates. So that's superb. Okay, getting there. Oh, nice shadow puppet. So keep an eye on where that meteor storm is. Oh, probably over there somewhere coming at us. Oh, it won't actually hang up there. Oh, look, if they shoot it, they shoot it. Just so long as they shoot it before it hits the ship again. Oh, over that way. Oh, now I remember why I actually had that block removed still. Alright. Construction. Large tubes, motors and computers. Construction, large tubes, motors and computers. And we also need gravity generator units. Which I'm missing what? Gold. And cobalt, hey? Nope, got cobalt, don't have gold. Excuse me. Well, okay, need more. I did find gold deposits, a couple of them actually, so I know what I'll be doing next episode. Just give me some of them, some of them, some of them, and some of them. Oh, crumbs, not enough computer still. Oh, I didn't get all that many, did I? Give me that. Okay, so I can... No, I can... Ooh, maybe. I can get at it from underneath. Excellent. Just wasn't sure I was going to be able to get at it. So I'm actually going to reseal that. Come here. paint you green as well. There we go. Let's just use up this load of steel that we've got at the moment. Okay, we've hit the centre. Yeah, okay. No, we're going to finish off this floor. I'm not going to leave it half finished or 3/4 finished. Whoops, there's a roof there. The ceiling, a rock wall. Okay. Well, that looks pretty good. We've got things laid out roughly pretty much where we want to put them. We'll end up extending the pad platform out the front here. That'll become a landing platform for small grid ships. We'll end up building a mining ship. I think I'll do that before we do the gold. Even though I want the gravity generator, I can wait for it. That's it. I'm just gonna place this up here somewhere. There we go. There we go. No, bad move. Bad move. Let me just top ourselves back up. Much better. Alright. Okay, well that's it for this survival episode. I think I got quite a bit achieved actually. I'm quite pleased with that, what I've managed to get done there so far, especially in the planning and the laying out of the base. Let me just save this before I forget. Yeah, next episode, I think. Yeah, I've got a basic refinery here and assembly here. I think I might have to build just a small mining ship, something that can go and get resources a little bit quicker than just me doing it by hand. And that way I can start getting some resources processed, so I can actually build things like the refineries and the cargo containers and the assemblers that we need in our new base here. But for now, thank you for dropping by. I hope I answered your questions and gave you some insights as to the troubles you're having. Hopefully they'll help out and you'll be able to get your conveyors working properly. Feel free to drop by anytime. I stream 6 days out of 6 days out of every 7, and about this same time every day. So by all means, feel free to drop on by anytime, and hopefully I'll see you again. And until then, happy engineering. I shall talk to you later.